You're on a plane. It malfunctions mid-air and crashes into the Amazon jungle, where new creatures are discovered every day. It's cold, everything's trying to eat you, and you can only sleep with one eye closed. To make matters even worse, you broke your collarbone on your way down, so you're in so much pain. On top of that, you have no gear to navigate the huge rainforest. But despite it all, you survived the jungle for 11 days and managed to get back to civilization. We're putting you in the shoes of a real-life survivor of LANSA Flight 508, deep in the Amazon. Let's go back to how you got here. It was supposed to be a short flight during Christmas Eve with your mother. One moment you were flying, and the next, everything turned dark. The plane fell apart in front of your eyes. You fell straight down and woke up alone with no one else in sight. You call out your mother. No answer. You have a broken collarbone, deep cuts all over you, and your right eye is swollen shut. Before you could process any of it, you got on your feet because there's only one thing you can do for now. Survive. You might not have a map to guide you, but you have one thing that you were taught: jungle survival. You spent about a year and a half at a research station in the Amazon where your parents studied wildlife. And because of that, you remember something your father said: if you're ever lost in the jungle, find water, follow it, it leads to people. So that's what you do. You listen for the sound of running water and limp towards it with only one shoe on your foot. As you walk, you remind yourself constantly that there's danger lurking, especially on the ground. You know that snakes can camouflage themselves in leaves, so you take off that one remaining shoe and begin tossing it ahead before each step, watching closely for anything that moves. You continue to walk, but besides the fear, the worst part is you can hear, smell, and see a lot of things, but you can't eat any of it. Suddenly, something catches your eye. You find part of the fallen plane, so you limp over to take a closer look, and you find a bag of candy inside a seat pocket with a few pieces in it. So you grab the bag, break them into tiny bites, and save them for later. The forest is filled with loud insects and wild animals, but at this moment, nothing was louder than the vultures silently circling the sky. You know vultures circling can only mean one thing: there's a body nearby. So you walk a few steps and find it. There's a woman still strapped to an airplane seat. You assume it's your mother and you panic, but you see the woman's fingers are wearing gray nail polish and it hits you. Your mother never wore nail polish. So you turn away, relieved it's not your mom, but a little guilty for feeling that way. Still, you have to keep moving, and as days and nights pass, the wound on your right arm is getting worse. You're afraid to look at it, but you can feel something moving under your skin. You have maggots crawling in your arm. You don't know what's going to give out first, your body or that bag of candy. Your vision starts to blur and you wonder if this is the end. But after a few more steps, you see a wooden hut in the distance. You limp faster towards the house and you check inside. It's empty except for one thing: a can of gasoline in the corner. You know what you must do. Without hesitation, you pour it on your arm and the maggots spill out. It burns and you collapse on the wooden floor. When you wake up, 3 fishermen are standing over you. You use all your strength to speak and say, "My name is Juliane and I fell from the sky." Then they gently lift you from the ground and take you to a boat. For the first time in 11 days, you're going home.